been a lot of talk about we need to have long-term fiscal responsibility. Is there anything coming along the line that would actually do that? Pay-go rules are essentially out the window probably for the next 6 months, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of mechanism, Graham Rudman from the 80s, something where, is there something on the books where you guys are going to say, hey, we're going to come together and have a commission? Or
and I think that very thoughtful members of the Blue Dogs have sat down, and I'll let Jim comment as well, who, as he pointed out, are in agreement with what President-elect Obama is trying to do, understanding that there are emergencies, and given the depth of where we are, given the problems that we face currently, I think every member of Congress understands that. But by no stretch of the imagination, we have a Speaker and we have a Congress that's unified in terms of focusing on the responsibility of pay-go and future generations. But I'll let Jim Cooper respond, or anyone else who...
I'm not in leadership, but government can walk and chew gum at the same time. We can stimulate the economy and address our long-term problems at the same time. President-elect Obama has called for that repeatedly. We haven't worked out the specifics yet, but I'm confident that this government, under his leadership, will be able to address both the short-term and the longer-term problems in legislation.
I just would like to add one point, because I think it's been referenced, the economic forum that was held this morning about the recovery package. It was a very, very interesting mix of people. And for some of you who may have been there, some of you may have you couldn't be there. But I think if you take a look at the spectrum of economists, whether they are on the liberal, progressive, or to the very conservative, and Martin Feldstein described himself as a conservative this morning, and very, very much for a strong, solid, a robust stimulus package. And the fact is, and I think Jim Cooper said it right, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. The President-elect is under no illusions. None of us are under any illusions about what the deficit is about. But we are in a very serious economic meltdown. I mean, if you listen to Mark Zandi today, it's shutting down. So that's why you have unanimity amongst people who have not come together around some of these economic principles in the past. But they get it. And so they are giving us the benefit of advice. This was a listening session, essentially, for members of Congress to get some sense of the depth of the difficulty and how we can begin to build ourselves onto the road for economic recovery.
Statutory pay-go versus spending caps?
We don't know that yet, but I would urge that a real package be put together promptly by this Congress with the President's support. He's been quite outspoken on this issue, quite clear. And I'm confident that Congress will follow his leadership.
Thank you very much.
Go for it.